everybody. Hold on to your pants. This is a good one. This video is awesome. And this is Amy Medford, and the knives are for KnifeJoy. And boy, it's gonna be a good one. Let's take a look and see what we have headed Chris's way. Oh. All right, starting off with the Panzer. There it is. Let's see, that's faced in tiger stripe flame with bronze. Micro Praetorian T, drop point, black blade, PVD handles, breakers, brushed and flamed clip, flamed hardware. Micro Praetorian T, billowing American flag. And this is a reverse tuxedo. So PVD blade, hardware, breaker. And instead, you know what? And it is a PVD clip. If you look on the side, you can see PVD. And then the flag laser engraved on top. So reverse tuxedo flag. Oh, one of my favorites. So faced in galaxy flame handle with black counterparts. So flamed hardware, PVD breaker, Tonto blade, PVD spring with a brushed and galaxy flamed clip. So black and galaxy. Galaxy and black. I gotta come up with a cooler name for that. Micro Praetorian tie. And I'm gonna put this next to its big brother. Hi, big brother. Oh my God. So if you just feel like you need like a wedding present, anniversary, best buddy, a dad, brother, son, I don't know, you name it. These knives are fantastic. The handles are matching. The only difference is we have a drop point on the Genesis tie and a Tonto on the micro tie. This is stained glass. It's got some bronze and violet and flaming, and stained glass on the reverse side as well. NP3 breaker, brushed and flamed clip, and flamed hardware. Dang, and if that isn't, Vulcan blade isn't such a pretty thing, wow, just fantastic. That's gonna go back down there. Genesis T, S35 Vulcan drop point, tumbled handles, NP3 breaker, flamed hardware and clip. Genesis T Vulcan Tonto, S35, bead blasted, kind of a violet blue, and you see how it's matted out. You'll know it's bead blasted when you don't see any of the tumble marks. It just kind of cleans it up and gives it a nice matte finish. It is prone to scratching, so you just have to know that it will scratch over time. And that's where the tumble marks come in helpful. It does, all the little textured and scratches and marks on them do help to camouflage nicks and scratches over time. Another S35 Vulcan Tonto Genesis T bronze handles, flamed hardware, PVD breaker. Genesis T, oh, I love this. So PVD with satin flats, a 3V. So it's a dual finish PVD drop point. Reverse tuxedo with the billowing American flag and PVD breaker. And a brushed and flamed clip. And that satin flat on that is just super cool. Gives it dimensionality and a cool juxtaposition between the black and the silver. Now, Dawn, who's holding the camera, when she and I looked at these Vulcan blades, we both looked at them and said, on one of them, we have to do lightning laser engraving because the Vulcan finishes look like rolling clouds, and it just makes sense to have that lightning look like it's coming out of a storm on the blade. Predominantly bronze, a little bit of violet on the pivot screw, and it's got the the bronze to violet fade on the handles. Super cool. All right. Now this blade has so much color, we kind of wanted to go neutral on the handles. So it's silver brushed, silver Predator, twisted Predator, with kind of rose colored pivot screws to pull out the rose in the blade, and a brushed and rose clip. Very subtle and classic. The next Genesis T, faced bronze falling leaf on the handles, and we've been doing bronze on bronze, and it looks just slick. And that is a, you know, that's a PVD clip with bronze piping, pinstriping, and a PVD breaker. Super cool. All right, this is one of my favorite texture works of all times. I thought that the wispies on the blade, especially right here, it almost looks like two birds in flight. But it reminded me of kind of a wispy brush stroke. So I asked Jason if he would do one of the wispy, I call them feathers or brush strokes, and the bronze and purple together with the pivots are just fantastic. You can see it blends right into the blade. Oh, on the back side, I mean, look at that. Just amazing. All right, next Genesis T. Here's another Twisted Predator. It's got violet handles. You can see the violet on the blade, and I love the bronze against the violet. It's just gorgeous. Brushed bronze clip against it. I mean, wow. Here's the stained glass we talked about earlier. You can see how crazy that Vulcan finish is. They just came out amazingly well. A Praetorian slim flipper, so if you need something a little bit slimmer, easy carry, kind of less on the price point, this is a bead blast violet to bronze fade, flamed hardware, satin flats on the blade, and that's the slim flipper. Slim Midi Marauder, all blacked out, Tonto. Slim Midi Marauder, Tonto blade, PVD handle and spring. Yep, and flamed hardware brush flame clip. Another Slim Midi Marauder with, this is our filigree laser engraving in-house. Just a really classy topper to a very gentlemanly knife. So those are all Tontos. Infraction. As you know, one of my favorites, and this is increasingly becoming our camera holder's favorite too. This Infraction is just a super manly knife, chunky, great grip. I always talk about this knife every time I get it in my hands. And you know what I love about the star and bars? It kind of blends in really nicely with the breaker. Super cool, star and bars with rivets. Proxima, tumbled handle spring blade, flamed hardware, brushed and flamed clip. A Proxima with the Warthog engraving and the rivets, got a little star and bars there. Boy, it shows really nicely on this. And then what we did on the pivots is we did PVD with brushed bronze flats. That brings out the two-tone colors in the laser engraving, and then the same thing on the clip. PVD with brushed bronze flats. The second Proxima is just pure star and bars with rivets. Oh, wait a second. And it's been duplicated on the back. Very cool. So a little over the top. If it were me, I like just pure rivets on the back, but that's cool too. And then the 187 drop point, here we go. Blue hardware against it, just beautiful. Star and bar with rivets, and then on the back side, simply the rivets with a brushed blue clip. The second 187 drop point, billowing American flag, blue anodized spring, flamed clip. I keep saying flamed, I apologize. American flag clip to match the handle. There we go. All right, here are our new, we saw in a couple videos this past month, the new process of stone washing, and that's what this is. So this has not been faced after it's been tumbled. This is the new tumbling process. Full-sized Marauder. Newest Marauders, Chris has a handful of them, S35 tumbled drop point. Tumbled, that's it, just tumbled handle and spring. There's the over travel and standard clip and hardware. Same knife, but with flamed hardware and a flamed clip. Same knife as the first one with a very, very dark and beautiful rose 3V Vulcan drop point blade. And this one here, it has the flag on it kind of ghosted on. So it's very subtle. The blue hardware gives a little pop of color. You know when you watch or see a picture where everything is blacked out and just one spot of it has color? That's how I feel on this knife. It just brings out the color in the hardware and the clip. Billowing American flag, 3V tumbled Tonto. And I gotta tell you, these in the hand, the chamfered edges, everything is just silky smooth to the touch. The functionality is just better and better. Another full-size Marauder S35 Vulcan drop point blade, faced and bronze tiger striping on the handle, PVD breaker, PVD hardware, and a brushed bronze clip. Tumbled drop point with faced and galaxy flame. That almost looks like crests of waves. I gotta tell you, I would call that the Great Wave. I mean, that just looks fantastic. It looks like waves and the little crests of them. Blue anodized spring. All right, one of my favorite Marauders on the table. Faced, bronze, falling leaf fade on the handle and spring, S35, deep Vulcan drop point color. It's kind of a rose bronze, flamed hardware and clip. S35 tumbled Tonto, twisted Predator blue handles, NP3 breaker to complement the silver blade, flamed hardware and clip. Another one of my favorites, no color, so nude on the handles, peaks and valleys, S35. That rose color on the Vulcan blade is just so dark and rich. So, I mean, sometimes you just don't need more color. And then Marauder H's. These ones have the machined cutouts on the handles. And this is the old tumbling affect here. So 3V tumble drop point, tumble handle spring, glue pivots, spacers, and clip. And then another Marauder H, 3V satin drop point. There's that faced in Galaxy Flame again. Looks great with these facets on there. It shows nice depth and a brushed clip. And then of course, the last knife on the table, bring it up. Hey, better, swing better. The zombie apocalypse knife, right? So cool. Machete made out of S7. And this is discontinued on our website. Chris Miller really is like the only factory direct reseller that continues to order that, and we supply him with those. Other than that, machetes, the rest of the knives on the table, like I'm dumbfounded at the absolute sexy badassery on this table right here, right now. I wish Chris the best of luck. I don't think I need to wish him any luck though. I think you guys are gonna watch a video and he's just gonna be scrambling to keep up with the orders. So I'm happy that we have such beautiful product ahead his way. Keep watching the videos, and until the next time, I'm out.